So my dear students, now I am going to revise chapter number 2, Inside Our Earth. So students, as I told you in my previous explanation that our Earth where we are living, this is our homeland and this is dynamic in nature, or we can say in another word that our Earth is continuously changing inside the Earth and outside the Earth. So students, this chapter is all about the structure of the Earth inside and outside. In this chapter, we will learn and study that what are the minerals in which our Earth is made up of, and how many layers our Earth is having. So our first topic is interior of the Earth. So students, our Earth has 3 layers. Number 1 is crust, number 2 is mantle, and number 3 is core. So my dear students, our Earth is also like an onion, and our Earth is made up of several concentric layers on one and another. So now I am going to discuss with you about crust. Crust is a uppermost layer over the Earth's surface. It is very thinnest of all the layers, and the thickness of crust is only about 35 kilometers. But the thickness of this crust from the continental mass of ocean is only 5 kilometers. It means the thickness of crust on the surface of the Earth to inside is 35 kilometers. But you know very well that the ocean is located very, very deep inside the Earth. That's why from there the thickness of this continental mass or crust is only 5 kilometers. Okay? And our Earth crust is made by 3 important minerals, which is Sial, Sima and Nife. And the full form of Sial is silica plus aluminium. And the ocean crust mainly consists of Sima. It means ocean crust is made by silica plus magnesium. Okay? After that, the second layer of the Earth is mantle, and this is present just beneath the crust, and the depth of this mantle layer is 2900 kilometers below the crust, and the innermost layer of the core, it means the third layer of the Earth is core. Then the innermost layer of the Earth, which is the core, and it has a radius of 3500 kilometers. And this part of the Earth is made by Nife. It means nickel and ferrous, or nickel and iron. And the central layer of the Earth or core is having very high temperature and pressure. Okay? After that, your next topic is rocks and minerals. So my dear students, as I told you, our Earth crust is made by the different types of rocks and different types of mixture of minerals. So first of all, we have to understand that what is rocks what is the definition of rocks? So students, any natural mass of minerals, matter that makes up the earth crust is called rocks. And rocks can be found on the surface of the earth and inside of the earth in different color, size and texture. So on the basis of presence of rock which is present in different type of color, size and texture, these are three types. Number one is igneous rocks, number two is sedimentary rocks, and number three is metamorphic rock. So students, the definition of igneous rocks is when molten magma cools, it becomes solid, and whatever rocks form are called igneous rocks. And students, this igneous rocks is also called or known as primary rocks. And these igneous rocks again further divided into intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. So students, the definition of intrusive rocks is when this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it is rapidly cools down and becomes solid, and these solid rocks form in a such way on the earth crust. So this rock is known as extrusive igneous rocks. And this extrusive igneous rocks have a very fine grained structure. For example, basalt. And the Deccan Plateau of India is made up of basalt rock. Okay. After that, intrusive rock. So students, sometime the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth crust when solid rocks are formed called intrusive igneous rocks. And the example of granite. Okay. After that, sedimentary rocks. So students, when all type of rocks which is present on the surface of the earth roll down, crack and hit with each other and broken down in very small particle and fragments. After that, these smaller particles or fragmented part of the rock are called sediments. And when these sediments are taken by or transported by wind, water, and due to the low velocity of air, when it is deposited by wind, water somewhere, these loose sediments are started to compress and harden according to the time, and thus it is formed a layers of rock. So students, whatever rocks are formed by the deposition of these sediments are called sedimentary rocks. And the example of sedimentary rocks is sandstone. And students, these rocks may also contain fossils of plant, animals and other microorganisms that once lived on them. So students, one question will arise here, that what is fossils? So the remains of the dead plant and animals trapped in the layer of rocks are called fossils. After that, metamorphic rocks. So students, when igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into a metamorphic rocks under too much heat and pressure. For example, due to the too much heat and pressure, clay changes into slate and limestone changes into a marble. Okay? After that, next topic is rock cycle. So students, the definition of rock cycle is when one type of rock changes to another type under certain condition in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. Okay? And after that, your next topic is uses of rocks. So students, you know very well that rocks are very useful and very important for us. For example, hard rocks are used for making roads, houses and buildings, and sometimes children's using many type of stone for playing different types of games. And the example of these rocks in which different buildings are formed, that was Red Fort, which was made by red sandstone, and after that the Taj Mahal, which is made up of white marble. Okay? And students, as I told you, rocks are made up of different minerals, and one question will arise here, that again, what is minerals? So minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition, and minerals are very important for humankind also. Some minerals are used like fuel, for example coal, natural gas and petroleum, and some kind of minerals are used in industries like iron, aluminium, gold, uranium and medicine, and also for making fertilizers. So students, here your chapter is completed, but for your test you have to prepare and learn all the question answer whatever given in your exercise and give reasons also. Okay? So listen very carefully and learn it, practice it. If anywhere you have any confusion, then contact me. Thank you and have a nice day.